I grew up like a savage.
Is it different now? Is she changing? Like, cause it's not a game now. Now y'all doing this shit for bread and meat. Everybody, y'all can see the light.
Yeah,
like
sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a bunch of people in her ear. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a star. You know that never really happens for the producer, because unless you perform too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So is it like a like you said? You come to the studio one day and she got the hyphy hoochies. And it's like a thing. Is it like, is her style changing? I mean, personally, not music, but like personally, like clothing, like you know, just the way she fucking with it. Is it like different?
I mean, it's starting to be. You know, niggas start having money.
Start having money, right?
Niggas even say I didn't switch up on it.
Right.
So, me personally, Kamaiyah's personality hasn't changed at all.
Yeah.
But has her environment changed? Yes. Has her situations changed? Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
Do we create music the same? It's a little different. For me, I don't feel like it's no different. I still got the same hunger.
Mm-hmm.
But for her, for me, she used to send me tracks with no beat on some Tupac shit.
I want you to create around it.
Like hella tracks. Now the process switched up a little bit. She still, you know, would sit down with me and help me make beats. You feel me? She a producer herself. So that still happens, but it was a little different before we got signed and shit.
Right. So you at the time of okay, so like, but during Good Night in the Ghetto, during that whole process, shit was pretty much still the same for you.
Yeah, for sure.
So you wasn't working with a hell of a lot of different people?
No.
That is fucking crazy to me, bro. Like I would think niggas would be kicking your fucking door. You know what though? But niggas slept on her shit, bro. Niggas slept on her shit, and I'm gonna tell you something. I was the biggest fan. I was singing that shit to the mountaintops. I'm telling you why. Because I'm a nigga that love hip hop. I'm a nigga that love the culture. But I'm a nigga that's not in love with the culture in my hood, in my community. I'm not in love with Bay Area music. I'm not in love with the Bay Area scene. I'm not in love with Bay Area business when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't, and the nigga can say what they want to say, right? But it ain't just me. Cause I show up to niggas video shoots and they listening to fucking Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on to where you niggas don't respect the artist enough? Like, y'all don't like his music. You don't.
Even at our concerts here, the intermissions, they playing other shit instead of our Bay Area music.
I think that niggas for so long was independent and made so much money being independent. Making regional music was a thing. You know what I'm saying? And when the MP3 was created and Napster and all that shit, Bay Area music fell off. Because niggas was still trying to sell you shit while niggas was giving away mixtapes. Because the niggas that was giving away mixtapes, the future of the record business was uncertain. Can't none of them niggas tell you they knew what was gonna happen. No. They was just throwing out mixtapes hoping they could still get shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me stay hot. They wasn't making no money off that shit, not like they do albums. And I think that's where we got stagnated. Then hyphy hit. Back to back. That shit fuck. Because after hyphy,
they shit away for one.
The hyphy movement made anybody think they could rap. And it wasn't always cool like that. You see what I'm saying? Just like for Atlanta, Crunk probably made anybody feel like they could rap. See what I'm saying? Music business was shifting. Soulja Boy was more important than these niggas. You know what I'm saying? It changed. So, but I want to. So niggas wasn't kicking down your door after Good Night in the Ghetto. Any like write ups in magazines? Anybody coming to say like it's
Nothing.
this nigga CT in Oakland?
Nothing.
So it was literally.
That's because they didn't know CT did the beat.
That's the thing. So it was. We still.
They don't know who Dodo.
We still don't know what the real reason is for my name not being mentioned, or even my name not even being on the beat at all. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
We still don't fully know.
Yeah.
I take it as, you feel me, I'm from Oakland.
Right.
And I know how Oakland niggas get down sometimes.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I'm just gonna leave it right there and be like, well, shit, I'm gonna, feel me, figure this shit out myself still. I'm gonna figure out how to put my name on shit and blow my name up to where niggas do know.
Yeah.
Type of music I make.
What about like video shoots? Were you always invited to the video shoots?
No, nothing. It was a little sour at the beginning, because when the business got into shit, managers was getting into arguments. Money was involved. So me and Kamaiyah stopped talking for like a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It wasn't always, you feel me, cool like that. So now, for me, I'm about to leave here and go to her video shoot.
Right.
So now it's a little bit different situation to where we kind of back tight again. You feel me? Because it kind of fell off for a minute, and then her being on YG, and the YG offered me a deal, and I didn't take it, so I really wasn't going around YG like that for a minute, and she was always around YG, so we wasn't really clicked up in that 2016, 2017 era.
So you didn't take the deal because of financial?
Yeah, financial reasons. On some street shit, I should have took the deal. Cause I'll probably be at a different level as a producer in my name and shit.
Just for exposure.
You feel me?
But you might be tied up too in paperwork.
That's the thing.
On the back burner
she tell me she glad I didn't take the deal.
Yeah. As we see, it didn't turn out so great.
You feel me?
And I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is no disrespect to YG. YG makes great music based out of LA. Right? Mm-hmm. Just like any other artist make great music based out of where they from. I don't always think a marriage into a strong sound coming from somewhere else is a great thing. And I'm just saying, I didn't like most of Kamaiyah music at 400. That's just my honest opinion. You know what I mean?
I mean, she ain't really dropped nothing either.
Yeah, I'm just saying them singles, I really didn't feel like that was...
What singles did she have on 400?
She had some shit... Exactly. That's it.
She
That's
had a few though.
That's all I'm saying. She was Windows on 400.
The one Windows was.
Windows was cool.
I don't think Windows was on 400.
It might not have been on.
But the Balling record.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Addicted to
Balling. Yeah, that shit was hard. That was hard.
Mustard did that.
Mustard did that.
Okay.
But for the most part, like she did great things for YG though. Mm-hmm. Like the shit she did for YG, I just felt like her solo shit. To me, it sounded more Southern California.
What, she had pen for YG?
No, I'm just talking about her contributions. You know, whatever you heard her do, she did it. So, like, whatever you heard Kamaiyah on, she probably came up with that shit, being honest with you. Just for real, though. Like, you know what I mean?
That's real shit.
Like, if you heard her on it, she probably...
I mean, she a writer.
She fuck with it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She a writer.
She dope. So, I just was saying that to say, like, I just felt like I could tell... with the music that she was away from you, away from Trackademics, away from, you know, it was more about, you know, whatever she was coming. It was like, to me, it was more experimental. That's what I'm gonna say. But she back now though. She back. You know what I'm saying? And so, but to Why You Always Hatin, right? So that was 20 what? 16? And that came from her and YG trading tracks, right? So she took Fuck It Up. Mm-hmm. He took Why You Always Hatin. Mm-hmm. Fuck It Up dropped first because Good Night in the Ghetto came out first. Mm-hmm. And then Why You Always Hatin came.
You was already paid for that beat though from her.
Why You Always Hatin?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get paid till the day before it dropped.
Did you know it was coming?
They flew me out that week, and I heard it for the first time. So, Why You Always Hatin was a sample, and I didn't know. The record label hit me like, you sampled this. I'm like, no, I didn't. And he played me the track, and it's like the first same 3 notes or some shit like that.
So, there's probably some shit that was stuck in your head? Like
No, I never heard the track before.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I sampled it without knowing I sampled.
Right.
I didn't know that was possible.
So, what was the outcome?
We had to give up, like, I think 20% of the song.
And you had no idea that you even did that. That's crazy.
I didn't sample it, but
yeah,
it was a sample.
Right.
Y'all gave up 20% of the song, and you didn't even get paid at first. So,
I mean,
by the time you saying you heard it, Drake then was already on it by then.
Yeah. So YG flew me out, and he wanted me to change so it wouldn't be a sample.
Okay.
And we couldn't do it. It changed the feeling. So we left the sample, and that's the first time I heard Drake on it when he flew me out.
So they was like, it's better just to give up the 20% and keep it like this?
Yeah, he was like, he ain't like nothing I redid. So he's like, let's just keep it. Fuck it. Pay him.
And so when that shit happened, did you think like because in the studio that time is the first time you hearing Drake verse or even having any knowings that he owned the song? Mm-hmm. So what was that like?
That was different. It really didn't hit me at first.
Because did they say anything or they just hit play?
They just played it.
And you was like, oh.
And I was like, I really didn't. But then it was like, oh.
Okay.
So you thought it was gonna be a YG and Kamaiyah song together?
That's it.
Nigga came in there and the motherfucking boy was on there.
So that was major.
And the nigga said, slaps on deck for the whole town. That should have been your motherfucking tag. That was it. Because niggas don't know. Like,
that's fucked up.
He talking about a slap. CT made this motherfucking slap. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. I respect that,
so
though.
You never met Drake or nothing?
No.
Through the ordeal or nothing?
Never met Drake.
No.
Drake probably don't even know CT beats?
No, for sure.
That's fucked up right there.
I mean, he see my name.
Yeah, he see
the
right.
paperwork, but
eventually, though, the thing about it is all that shit come back around. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
All
For
the
sure
nigga do is gotta keep working.
Stay
you know what I'm
working,
saying?
And start pumping your name, man.
But I want to ask you this. So now, after Why You Always Hatin', there was a lot of calls.
Oh yeah.
From everybody.
Everybody in the world.
So now you gotta just come out the door with the set price and how you doing the paperwork? Do you gotta have a manager or do you already have a manager?
I already had a manager.
You already had a manager. Mm-hmm. So you just flooded with business, of course.
For sure.
But you got a gang of beats.
For sure.
Was you able to just dump all of them without even having to work?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
What kind of people bought the beats? Like who's?
I mean, it's still a lot of people that bought the beats and still ain't released them. So that's the thing about the industry is you never know when they're gonna use it.
Exactly.
You never know if it's gonna.
You never even know if the artist you sold it to gonna use it. They might come out on another nigga.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
I got money from the deal, so I really wasn't tripping.
You wasn't tripping, yeah. Now, then the deal happened in 16 too, and so of course for financial reasons and to help your family, you said you need to go with Warner over just going with 400.
Yeah.
But did they try to get you at 400? Like they really tried to lure you in?
Yeah.
Had Karen Silver take you to
we was
Louis
going
Vuitton?
back and forth and you feel me? Everything.
Why you feel they was not coming with the bread enough to match up with what Warner
I don't
came
really
with?
know if we asked them to come with enough.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? The way my manager was moving, she ain't my manager no more, but I don't really know
How hard she was going.
the details. I think I
You
gave
wasn't in the
her.
room.
I think I gave her a little bit too much, room to do what she do. Cause I was like on some real shit. I don't even remember that year. It was so much happened that year that changed my life. It's a blur now, and I was so high. You feel me? I was just like whatever. I ain't really do the business like I was supposed to.
Yeah.
And so, not even looking into that, you don't really know if she felt like Warner was better for you versus YG, because it's just a money thing. So
Cause I asked her, I'm like, cause I was hella frustrated. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit have really like fuck with your brain set.
yeah.
You gotta choose between this, and it was 5 other labels trying to sign me. So, and this in a matter of a week, and I'm like, bruh. So I hit her out of frustration, like, what should I do? What you do? And she was like, nigga, do what's best for you. And she was already with 400. She was like, nigga, if them niggas is offering you this, and these niggas don't want to pay you, nigga, you take what's best for you and your family.
And you also got to think you're a producer. So, did you have intentions in putting terms in your contract that you wanted to do shit like a drama or a Khaled and drop albums and get artists or Mustard?
My manager was inexperienced too.
So you didn't even know that was an option to even put on the table.
Hell no.
So you still with Warner?
Mm-hmm.
And is it like a publishing deal, or can you re-up and make it an artist deal and a label deal?
It's a publishing deal.
It's a pub deal.
And basically, I gotta complete a certain amount of songs and pay back a certain amount of money
For artists on Warner.
for major artists.
Oh, because they can collect their money. Yeah.
What you mean pay back a certain amount of money?
Advance.
The advance money?
Yeah, the advance
so
money.
that they artists gotta.
No, him. He's the artist at this point.
So you gotta put out these hits that's gonna make these people's money back.
Why You Always Hatin' took care of a lot of it for me, but I need another one.
Right.
And since
So it's a number of songs and a dollar amount.
It's only 4 songs though.
Oh, it's all four. Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah, and I get 50% on every song.
Oh, that ain't bad
So
at
it's
all.
like 8 in reality.
I just need these bangers to come on out and that'll set you.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Kamaiyah went independent, and my deal ain't towards her now.
Right. You gotta be major artists.
Gotta be major artists. So
I just did you just do one with? Did you do one with who? Who's the major artist? Melly?
yeah, but she didn't even put it on her album, so it don't count.
Oh, she didn't put
It
it
gotta
on.
be released on the album. It was one of her biggest songs.
Her song,
Big song.
It did almost 2.5 million on YouTube.
One of her
so why
biggest
wouldn't
songs, and she didn't put it on the album. I don't know. So that's the part that I don't have no control over, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't find it out until she dropped her album.
That
The
it
song
wasn't
was
on-
out 2 years before that.
So it could have been the label who didn't want to pick it up or
I don't
anything.
know.
It could have been.
Nigga just gotta keep shooting jumpers, man.
Yeah,
you gotta look at it when
Keep
you a
throwing that ball in the
creative.
water.
Fuck that shit, man.
you don't know which one
You
gonna
can
hit.
never get down
gotta
on
keep
yourself.
working.
You gotta
You
keep
feel me?
working, man.
So since you're on Warner, your options of artists to work with are they just Warner people?
See, the thing
or
about
how
it,
work?
see, now that I'm 3-4 years in the deal, so when I because I send everybody in the industry beats, from Cardi to Megan to T.I. to Lil Baby,
So it don't matter
everybody.
what label they on.
No,
Okay.
everybody. Don't nobody know who I am, and that's
Mm.
the problem. They see my pack and be like, "Who CT Beats?" and they gonna fuck with who they know.
Mm-hmm.
Kamaiyah fuck with who she know. I'm the main producer, so I get most of the placements on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that in the industry with every artist. They gonna fuck with the person they been fucking with first. Then if they come across some shit from another popping producer, then they gonna use it. But if you unknown, they go past my folder every time.
So that's why you feel possibly if you would have signed to YG, maybe your name.
That's
probably
why I
would
feel
be-
like I really don't know what's the better deal for me till today, but I don't know if more people will know me. Because the way he said it was like, don't trip off this little advance money. I'm going to put you on.
Right.
So with Instagram and all the social media, you're not real savvy with it. Cause some of
Well,
these niggas is popping on there. Like,
I'm on it, but like I said, it ain't like I got hella followers and then don't nobody really know what I've done. Except the people that's been fucking with me since.
Hopefully, no vultures can help with that, man. Because, like we
that
say,
don't make no
man,
sense,
everybody done did something, been somewhere, been at their family house, been at a cookout, been somewhere, and heard your shit. And definitely around the world, Why You Always Hatin' and fucking How Does It Feel? Man, that shit blew up. Like that shit did a lot, man, for an independent record and just some shit that got put out. So have you sent a pack back to like OVO, or you ever tried to work with Drake again?
Nope, I haven't.
And
Drake almost untouchable.
yeah.
So ain't none of your peoples can get nothing through to him.
No, we just gonna
through Kamaiyah.
I'm
Through
gonna
Kamaiyah.
get to it. We gonna troll him.
But
with this, right?
can Kamaiyah get a Drake feature? That's the question.
Mm.
Like I don't.
I didn't say her and Drake chop it up.
They do.
But that nigga do shit
But
when
that
he
don't
feel
mean
like
he gonna
it
get a
though.
feature.
I mean, we ain't got one yet. That's all. I don't really know. I ain't on that level yet to where I can know what actually goes on. I know YG and Drake got a good relationship
Right.
since YG popped off. Drake been fucking with YG from the first album. So it's like on these last couple albums though, you ain't heard no Drake feature.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the situation is or how the business is handled.
Without speaking to it too much, because of course we know vultures and say what you can. But what do you know about the situation why Kamaiyah even left 400?
I mean, she didn't put out none of her records.
Just straight up.
It was 3 years and she didn't drop an album, and she was frustrated. Like,
No,
no,
I mean
the way she put it is like my records was getting taken from me.
So signing to So
She's a
basically
writer.
it's that signing to an artist shit.
Yeah, she like I learned being under another major artist, you never gonna be the center of attention.
Now I wanna talk about that because I personally believe Rick Ross was the best at it, right? Jermaine Dupri was great at it, and right now, Yo Gotti is even being great at it. I feel like he got 42 Doug. I think he got Black Youngster. He got Moneybag. You know, I mean, shit. Them niggas numbers doing just as much as Gotti or not more. You know what I'm saying? So I believe it can be done, but I believe it has to be done by a selfless nigga and a motherfucker that's all the way secure, not just with money, but with themselves. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's no shot at YG and none of that shit. He could even be just too busy creating the business of YG, because the business of YG is a big business.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to have a sis man. Somebody gonna have to give up their songs. Drake. Niggas had to give up their songs. You know what I'm saying? And basically you in a position of the boy that lost his leg. Drake people. But they used his songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that he was ever really like OVO like that. But I mean, it happens for anybody in the camp. The nigga, if I come in the room right now with this smash and you the nigga, your album come, hey bro, run that. I need that. Run that. You know what I'm saying? And so basically that's the position that Kamaiyah was in. Even though I think everything happened for a reason, she did get a good look. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what would have happened in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if some major would have signed her without another black motherfucker involved. Because I'm sure she met a lot of cool people. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know how that shit could have turned out either though. So that's that too. But
yeah, but she just couldn't drop no music.
Couldn't drop no music. So that's not cool though. She too great to not drop music. Like we can't
almost fucked up her little. She was going up. You feel me? Right. And she's to this day like, nigga, if I would have kept going, if I would have kept dropping shit, I would have been way bigger than what I am today. But she like,
even though she wasn't dropping nothing, she was allowed. She was doing shows, Rolling Louds, and all that.
All that.
She was with YG.
She was doing all that shit.
But they would not drop the music.
No.
So that between Why You Always Hatin, your other big song was with Melly, and then we go to Kamaiyah solo joint.
Which one?
With what's the last one with Digits?
Oh yeah, that's her and Capolo.
What? That's her and Capolo on her solo album.
You talking about Got It Made? That's her solo.
But that's on Got It Made, right?
That's on Got It
Digits
Made
is?
and on Capolo and her album.
It's on both. I got confused. That's what I thought, man. Yeah. Okay.
I like Capolo, blood. Capolo spit.
Yeah, he a player.
Yeah.
How long you been working with that dude?
Since
before we switch over to Capolo, was you done with Kamaiyah?
No. I just wanted to know all the work that was in between that, like, you know what I'm saying, and what was going up between, because I'm trying to figure out, even with the majors, like, you know, some shit could be, I feel like the majors be dropping the ball because it's political. Like, you see what I'm saying? If you produced a song that was big, independent, somebody should have been just, fuck it, I'm going to give Kamaiyah one deal for one EP right now. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense, but it could slow him down because he could put out a independent hit and it don't count. You know what I'm saying? It don't count.
Crazy.
So they figure out how to hold the motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm saying. But so the Melly song, and so was Got It Made. Basically, you kind of like stepping up back in the light, which still be like your partner in crime.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That was us getting back together. Got It Made.
And so prior to Got It Made, was it a conversation like, man, you know, we back, it ain't no...
Yeah, I hit her a few times, like, fuck her, because we got history.
Yeah.
Right. Her and my wife got history. My wife a rapper.
Okay.
So they had a little...
So she's always been approachable.
What's your wife rapper name?
Lala, give it to him, Lala.
Okay.
And they had a little beef back in the day.
Okay.
So it's always been a little...
Baby riff.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, bruh, fuck all that shit. I need my money.
Right.
I'm a man with daughters and
right.
kids and shit. Like,
right.
I ain't gonna never let no female get in between my money.
Right.
So hit me, fly me out, let's work. And eventually, when she left 400, she was like, "Nigga, I'm back." Like we never left.
Did you work on any of the stuff with Kaylani?
As P-Lo and Reese on the beat.
Did you know that was happening?
Kinda.
And did you feel like when she was at 400, you was never gonna get a call because you didn't sign?
No, they called me.
Or they called you for some other shit?
Even YG called me.
Okay.
YG bought a house in Vegas and they flew me out.
Party with him and shit.
Told me I was gonna do the whole 400 album. And other shit. You feel me?
But then when you went back home, you just never heard from him.
Yeah, it just be like that.
But it was like it's been rifts in they camp, internal shit going on anyway. So that didn't have nothing to do with you because the 400 album didn't even happen.
Even though we wasn't hella close like we were still working though every now and then.
Yeah.
But I wasn't focused right.
So you think after him and Kamaiyah fell out, there ain't no point you calling him?
No, I for sure sent beats to that nigga.
Yeah, I mean, shit, it could still happen. It ain't
That's
got nothing to do
business
with
for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell Kamaiyah and everybody else, like, I don't beef with people. I do business. Just because you beefing with them, I don't mean I'm beefing with them.
Right.
Can't inherit your beef.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, I feel
Working.
that. Fuck all that shit.
I ain't about to be all buddied up with them and tell them all your secrets, but at the same time, I'm going to get my money, though.
Get your money, yeah.
You feel me?
So Got It Made, right? You did the whole thing?
I basically did, yeah. There's other producers on there, but I did the whole thing, kind of.
And where was y'all recording at?
Empire.
Empire.
You know, she with Empire now.
Mm-hmm.
Independently, so.
How you like that over there?
I fuck with it.
Would you do something with them? Empire?
Hell yeah, we already talked about it.
Mm.
But, you know, just being on a major label and then seeing that they not major yet, the money is just too different.
It's two different things. Huh?
I don't know if I will come down to that.
Right.
I was getting paid 5-6 bands a beat majorly.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid like 15 right now.
And you would just have to really overwork yourself for that shit.
I mean, no, making the beat is nothing to me.
Yeah.
But to come from that to this, it's a big difference. We had way bigger budget for projects.
Mm.
You feel me? And I'm not going to, try to eat off Kamaiyah like that. That's the homie.
Right.
So we was really eating off the labels.
Yeah.
But now Empire, like, shit.
Do